Welcome back. We are with Anders and Meryl and Varric, just because, and we are going to the chantry to do whatever Anders wants us to do, emotionally blackmailed us to do, right? Let's see. Meryl and Varric are here for moral support, I suppose.
I'll find you as soon as I'm done. Thank you.
Martin has told them a little bit of what is happening, and that he doesn't know what the hell Anders is about with this thing.
You must understand, Sister Glinda. I want grandchildren. A tear is my only.
So let's go talk. I wonder why today we had to do this. Anders was really peculiar about the day.
Maker's blessing, champion. Have you come to pray?
What? Guys, what did Anders want me to talk about? Mages? Sure.
So, hypothetically, if there were a group of people being brutally subjugated by another, wouldn't the Maker favor the oppressed?
You speak of mages. It's no secret that you count apostates among your friends, champion. You have done much to fan the flames of rebellion here.
What?
We must give Meredith and Orsino time to work out their differences. No good can come of showing favor to one side.
Which is technically the position of the chantry. But let's keep talking. Martin doesn't even know what he's talking about.
All right, you won't budge on this one. Templars it is.
That's not what I'm saying. I do not support the Knight Commander's methods. But I cannot take sides. We are all the Maker's creatures, but magic allows abuses beyond the scope of mortals. I only hope I can balance the needs of everyone. For if it comes to war, it is the people of this city who will lose.
There you are. I've been looking for you all over.
Your Grace?
Your soul is troubled, child. I hope you found a balm for it here.
Alright, well, this is done. Whatever it was. Let's see, do we have something to talk about with Anders? Like the questioning beliefs? I suppose yes.
I wanted you to have this.
What's that? A pillow?
Hand embroidered by my mother. The only thing of hers they let me keep when I went to the Circle.
Why in the name of Andraste would you give that to me?
Ugh.
You've been a good friend, Varric.
You keep your pillow, Blondie. And may you have many more dreams of killing Templars on it.
That was weird.
Hawke, I didn't expect you here. But let me take this time to tell you how much I respect you. You've stood by me when I gave you every reason to turn away. Just remember, whatever happens, I wanted you to know that.
Why are you talking like this?
He'll still be here, you know. Justice. Long after you and I are gone. It doesn't mean the same thing to a spirit. He'll just go back to the Fade.
Usually, people don't say things like that unless they're about to stab someone in the back.
None of this is aimed at you, Hawke. I think I've made that clear. I was hoping we'd find a better way, but justice and vengeance are too intertwined. I can't tell one from the other. You have been a better friend than I ever thought to have.
Well, that was even weirder. Help. Here we go, back home, spending a quiet evening. It feels a little bit desolate, though. Bowden.
Things have been very troubling these last few years, haven't they?
As always.
I was thinking that it might soon be time for my boy and I to move on.
Poor Martin, this is gonna be a blow. But of course he will laugh about it. To hide the pain.
Who'll clean up all the bloodstains?
There's more bloody footprints in this home than anywhere else in Kirkwall, I swear. It's an honour to serve the champion of Kirkwall, make no mistake. But I'm getting older. It's time to see the Sandal's future. I'll stay on until arrangements are made. I hope that's all right.
Martin would offer to help Sandal. Probably. He would also say something funny like, "Can't I come with you? This place sucks." Or I think I will go with the diplomatic option because I think Martin is a little bit sad. Because at the end it's like everybody leaves him, sort of, so I think he will try and grasp at something, I suppose.
If you're worried about Sandal, I can help him out.
Oh, well, that's mighty kind of you, but it's unnecessary. My boy's been offered a position in Orlais. It seems the Empress herself found one of his enchantments and is intrigued. Can you imagine? Us in the Imperial Court.
Ah! Poor Martin.
Hopefully this business with the Templars doesn't get worse before we go. I worry about you, Miss Eyre.
I think Martin worries about himself too, a little bit. Martin would have totally adopted Sandal, probably, considering the kind of person he is. Well then, we are heading for the final quest, which is the last straw. Hello, how are you?
I hope all is well, Master.
Yeah, well, I can't really say that stuff is bad yet. What else? Ah, yes, there is a new codex entry here for Tallis. If you want, you can read it, but it doesn't say anything. It's not interesting, and I don't really care. I forgot about that. But, yep. Tomorrow is going to be an interesting day because we're going to receive a very urgent and weird missive.
You've had luck on your travels? There's a letter for you. Strange how the messages never come while you're home.
Indeed. Hello, Sandal. How are you doing?
Could I have some salamanders, please?
Salamanders?
Don't do it. That's where the boom comes from, I think.
Well, no then. Jeez. Hello. Oh, you're quiet today. You're doing nothing. So let's read this letter. Champion, you have proven yourself a friend to Kirkwall's mages, and it seems I must call upon you once again. Meredith has gone too far, and I will not let her madness remain unchecked. I ask that you come to the gallows at once. Perhaps together we can stop this before there is bloodshed. What the hell? So I'm gonna go with Varric and Merrill and Ferris. Or I could select Isabella even, but I think I'm going with this for the moment. Let's go see what's happening.
Champion, thank the Maker you've come.
What's happened?
First Enchanter Orsino got into a terrible argument with the Knight Commander. He stormed off to bring the matter before the Grand Cleric, but the Knight Commander gave chase. I fear there will be blood.
Wonderful. Take me to them.
I think Martin would be really tired to be in the middle of the two of them by this time. What?
I will have the tower searched, top to bottom.
You cannot do that. You have no right.
I have every right. You are harboring blood mages, and I intend to root them out before they infect this city.
Blood magic. Where do you not see blood magic? My people cannot sneeze without you accusing them of corruption.
Do not trifle with me, mage. My patience is at an end.
A wonder that I never saw it begin.
Why is stuff on fire? Already? Like in the background. Oh!
The way you two carry on, people will talk.
You came.
This does not involve you, champion.
I called him here. I think the people deserve to know just what you've done.
What I have done is protect the people of this city time and again. What I have done is protect you mages from your curse and your own stupidity. And I will not stop doing it. I will not lower our guard. I dare not.
Is there any truth to what she's saying?
These are only her latest accusations, nothing more. And what if she does not find what she's looking for? How much further will she go to root out something that isn't there?
The champion knows better than anyone how deep the Circle's corruption goes. I must find the source.
I do? I mean, Martin does? You guys just stop this thing.
You both set quite the example for your people. You know that.
What other option do we have? Shall we look the other way? Tell the poor victims of a possessed mage that we meant no harm? Tell me, champion, that you have not seen with your own eyes what they can do. Heard the lies of mages that seek power.
Poor Martin. He really doesn't want to have anything to do with this. I mean,
they're not the only ones that lie and seek power.
You would cast us all as villains, but it is not so.
I know, and it breaks my heart to do it. But we must be vigilant. If you cannot tell me another way, do not brand me a tyrant.
This is getting us nowhere. Grand Cleric Athena will put a stop to this.
You will not bring her grace into this.
Why not?
The Grand Cleric cannot help you.
Explain yourself, mage.
I will not stand by and watch you treat all mages like criminal, while those who would lead us bow to their Templar jailers.
How dare you speak to me?
The Circle has failed us, Orsino. Even you should be able to see that. The time has come to act. There can be no half measures.
Anders, what have you done?
There can be no turning back.
Well, that eliminates one problem.
Maker, have mercy.
There can be no peace.
Why? Why would you do such a thing?
I removed the chance of compromise, because there is no compromise.
The Grand Cleric has been slain by magic. The Chantry destroyed. As Knight Commander of Kirkwall, I hereby invoke the right of annulment. Every mage in the Circle is to be executed, immediately!
The Circle didn't even do this! Champion, you can't let her! Help us stop this madness!
And I demand you stand with us. Even you must see that this outrage cannot be tolerated.
This is chaos. We must help the Knight Commander.
No, this wasn't their fault. You can't possibly want the slaughter of innocent people, can you?
It can't be stopped now. You have to choose.
Was that why you needed me to distract the Grand Cleric?
If you knew what I was doing, you would have felt honor-bound to stop me. I couldn't take that chance. The Circle is an injustice. In many places beyond Kirkwall. The world needs to see.
You fool! You've doomed us all!
Yeah, kinda.
We were already doomed. A quick death now or a slow one later. I'd rather die fighting.
You may have turned everyone against the mages now.
Was anyone ever with us?
It doesn't matter. Even if I wished to, I could not stay my hand. The people will demand blood.
I don't want to get involved in this.
You are already involved. You are the champion of Kirkwall. Do your duty, or fall with these mages. It is your choice.
So now, poor Martin has to make a choice, and he will side with the Templars. For a specific reason. First, he cannot believe what Anders just did, and he does feel responsible nonetheless. He had a lot of respect for Anders because he reminded him of his dad, but now he cannot justify this anymore. He prefers to side with Aveline, and Aveline will side with the Knight Commander. Now you will think, what about Bethany? Because we know that Martin really does love Bethany. Well, Martin actually has a plan. He doesn't trust Meredith. He is not liking siding with Meredith. Let's be clear. By siding with the Templars, he hopes to work some magic from behind them. If the Templars are going to enter the tower, Bethany will be inside the tower. He will try and stay their hand, right? He will basically try to make them do as little damage as possible by being amongst them. It's very weird, but it is a little bit of a roguish thing. He will use his authority as champion to sway the Templars a bit and reduce the damage and influence Meredith in a way so that will save as many good mages as possible. Martin also has worked a lot to be who he is now, to get his heritage back, his house back, to, defeat the Arishok and have his title. If he sides with the mages, he will automatically become an outcast. He doesn't want that for himself, but he also doesn't want that for his companions, for Aveline, for example, because Aveline is gonna follow him out of loyalty, and he doesn't want this for her. So, in his plan, he's gonna get into the circle with the Templars and save as many mages as possible, while keeping his position and safeguarding the position of the people around him. First thing he will do is grab Bethany and put her in a safe place. To tell the whole truth, he does believe there are blood mages in the circle, and he still does have a grudge against the mage who killed his mother. Somebody from the circle was giving him the means to do whatever he was doing. He's gonna get in, and if Meredith becomes unreasonable, then it's on her. Because whatever he will be asking in front of all the other Templars. So if Meredith goes berserk and doesn't want to spare the mages who surrender, Martin will have an excuse to stop her, and he'll have witnesses, the other Templars.
I guess you've got yourself a champion.
Please don't do this. You must know in your heart this is wrong.
You don't understand.
It's unfortunate, but it's the only way.
Guys, don't panic.
The mages cannot hide behind their rights when they endanger so many.
Shut up, Fenris.
Crushing the rebels, are we? How dare they wish for freedom?
Don't do this. Don't make me choose between my people and my family.
Think carefully, champion. This is not justice.
Ah, good God. Of course you have to imagine his heart is broken for Bethany, but the only thing Bethany has to do is just side with him right now. You know, just surrender, and she will probably get into the next circle if there's gonna be another one, and I don't know, probably be a first enchanter. I don't know, you know. This is what Martin is trying to do, to keep everything under control and keeping everybody's positions safe. He is looking out for the closest people to him only, yes, true, but Martin cannot help it. This is just who he is. Whatever he can save that is close to him, good. The rest has to fend for themselves. This kind of thinking goes along with the fact, for example, that he doesn't want to be a Viscount, or to be responsible for people at large, because he's sympathetic towards everybody, but his care for others doesn't really stretch that much.
Sorry, but you're on your own.
Very wise.
Are you sure about this? You know she's going to murder people whose only crime was being born a mage.
Not yet.
It's a bad choice. The mages are defending themselves, and the Templars are just protecting the city. All we can do now is try to keep casualties to a minimum.
Yes!
I suppose you're right. This decision was taken out of our hands.
Stop him! I will warn the others!
Gather our forces!
We will deal with this.
Jeez. I don't think anybody would expect this kind of a choice from Martin. By the way, I am back on normal difficulty because I uninstalled the story mode mod. Who do I have with me? Just Varric and Merrill?
One more. Bianca's getting lonely.
So, it begins. I must gather my forces at the gallows. Meet me there as soon as you can, champion. I'll leave this murderer for you to deal with. He's your companion. Do as you see fit.
That is highly unrealistic. She should be the one hauling him to prison and or killing him.
There's nothing you can say that I haven't already said to myself. I took a spirit into my soul and changed myself forever to achieve this. This is the justice all mages have awaited.
Did that spirit tell you to do this?
No. When we merged, he ceased to be. We are one now. I can no more ignore the injustice of the Circle than he could.
You could have trusted me? No, because Martin would have never allowed this to happen. Yeah.
So you start a massacre to prove a point?
I'm not proving a point. I'm changing a world. The people fear what we can do. But to use that fear to bludgeon us into submission is wrong. And they do it with our blessing. And if I pay for that with my life, then I pay. Perhaps then justice would at least be free.
Opinions?
Bold plan. Well, I thought so.
He wants to die. Kill him and be done with it.
Varys.
Belief is no excuse. Sincerity does not justify this.
He should come with us. Do what he can to put things right.
No, Meryl.
I think I'm sick of mages and Templars.
Exactly.
Whatever you do, just do it.
I don't think Martin wants Anders anywhere near him. And he's not really vindictive. He will certainly not take pleasure in seeing Anders or making Anders kill mages alongside him in the gallows. I mean, Martin would be also worried that Anders could backstab him, you know. He won't kill Anders because he cannot do it. This was his friend. He will just tell him to go wherever, go die in a ditch, just don't come near me, don't, just go. I don't want to see you, you escaped, whatever. See, and this is why it doesn't make sense for Meredith to arrest Anders right now, because if you can let him go, then, you know.
Just go.
How invigorating.
Yes.
We'd all best get to the gallows. And quick. It's going to be quite a show.
A shit show. So who's gonna come with me? So because they are all there, I'm gonna have Aveline, of course. I'm gonna have Varric. And I could get Meryl because she's my only mage. But I don't think Martin would put her through this. I mean, she's gonna help, but he doesn't really want to traumatize her or anything more than she's traumatized. But I don't know who should come, because Isabella could come as well. If you have noticed, Isabella tends to be pro mages and Varric tends to be pro Templars, even if they are generally neutral. Well, I have to pick you up, Meryl. I hope you forgive Martin. I mean, Meryl is so enamored with Martin that she will follow him. She already believed his explanation for what he's doing, and maybe if she's with us, she's gonna see that we are trying to save as many mages as possible, for real. Maybe she's gonna understand what Martin's trying to do. Oh, Aveline, you have to level up.